Welcome to the playthrough, where we do play through things. Today, as you can see here, it is a 10-day that we are playing on. And I'll take you through the whole 10-day process, of course. Last time we did it as Raina Chu, the Raina Chu? Oh my god, the fox girl? The demon fox master? Yes, we did. And it was great. So we'll do it again. You know, she may be the 10-day star. You never know. You know, the world is your oyster. So whatever happens, happens. This is a 10-day that is not as great as the last one. But before we get into that, we will discuss, of course, the gameplay stuff as I love to do beforehand on these channel here. So essentially 10-day is the 10th of every month, every single month. And if you're playing this game, it's wise to play on the 10th of every month because you get fun things. The first thing being, the most important thing being, is our present tickets, right? So right over here where I'm walking past is where you turn in your present tickets for various things that are very, very good. The most notable thing being the emotes and the cosmetics. So they're very, very good to get. Gameplay wise, if you save up 10 of them, you get a whole nother belt storage unit, which is very good to help you store another 50 items. And item space is very valuable in this game. It's how you basically stock up on money and different equipment, stuff like that, right? We always love more item space in an MMO. If you've ever played an MMO, you know, man. So that's the most important gameplay thing that you can get from this. But yeah, the cosmetics are really cool. The emotes are really, really cool. You get some dole boards too, so stuff you can ride on is really cool. And other than that, you have some other events that you can do if you go to the Magic Maze, which is from here. The no house. You can get free tickets to fight bosses that you normally wouldn't be able to get quite easily. They give you a choice if you're not as crazy high level as you need to be to fight the newest bosses. You get a choice to fight, you know, something a little bit weaker, but I ain't no pussy. So I'm gonna get the hardest bosses, see if we can do them. They do expire eventually, so be sure to use those fast. And then after that, there are a couple more things to do in the game here. I'll just explain those so I don't have to go over them as we get to them, and I can ramble on. As you know, guys, as you know, I love to ramble on. We're gonna go over to the Ethan Village, and you have to have this place unlocked before you do these events here. Now, these first two, as soon as you start up the game, yes, you can get these two things, right? It's not too hard to get to this area, but you have to get to, I believe, version 4. Yeah, version 4. To access these other two things about 10-day. And then basically the other two things, if you get the true Ethan Village unlocked, you can talk to Hannah, the pig, to get some free metal coins. You can go over to the cat coin lottery and get cheaper cat coins so that you can summon some cats for your pets quite easily. And then lastly, you can go over to the convict. I forget what his name is. But if you roll the dice in front of him, he gives you a random accessory if you get from 95 to 99. And if you get 100, then you get to choose your accessory. Very cool, very cool. If you get anything below that, then he just gives you some leaves, some Yggdrasil leaves. But those are very helpful. You know, we like revives, right? Revives are quite useful in this game. I don't think I've ever really ran out, because you can usually just get a healer who can revive you as well. It's a very arcadey, you know, old school retro style RPG, but the revives are indeed helpful. I believe you can also use your Yggdrasil leaves to make a Yggdrasil dew at some point, which is very, very helpful healing item. Okay. And then lastly, if you have the Dragon Quest X companion app, you can get another free boss coin, or free boss coin ticket, excuse me, that you can use to get another free boss fight. And yeah, do that cool stuff. And this is the Magic Maze, by the way, guys. You just run in here, you fight a boss. If you don't put a coin in to fight a boss, you just do a random dungeon. But yeah, very, very fun mission. Very, very fun little side event here to grind for different accessories and stuff. And yeah, that is 10-day. Every 10th of the month. I did miss it last month because of, I guess we'll get into this now. Oh man, it's one of the reasons why I haven't been having the greatest of days lately was because of the whole situation with last month. Last month was our month of love, and for the month of love, I decided, as I do have a channel, a platform now, I would try to give back as much as possible. As I possibly could, you know, just because I wanted to. And also because I cut off a little line of communication Discord wise, and it wasn't like a mistake. It's something I really wanted to do, albeit less haphazardly. But having the Discord and having the streams be constantly there and having all these different avenues of communication and not knowing which one to really use kind of nerfed me in a way. So I really wanted to do it, and I was like, if I don't do it now, I'm probably never gonna fucking do it, because there's things that happen, there's events that happened that specific day that called into question whether or not I really needed to be there, disrespect-wise, and that's the main reason why I got rid of Twitch as well. It's because, you know, I wasn't really respecting myself and my agency to connect. Indeed, indeed, indeed. And to a certain extent, it is a good thing that I cut off both of those lines of communication. It helps a lot with self-control, I would say, because during that whole last month, I was very uncontrolled. I wasn't putting nearly as much effort into the channel as I am now. I wasn't making nearly as many videos because I was just, I was as fragmented, if you will, in different places, in different times, lurking in multiple chats, trying to get as much you know, revenue for my streamers as possible just by being there, you know, leading the chat, you know, doing things behind the scenes and whatnot. And I am kind of done with that area of life in Twitch in general. If I want to be on Twitch, I've realized I have to kind of lock in on one stream. That's the way that Twitch is like designed, and I don't like that. I'm personally not a fan of that style of live stream watching. I understand the benefits of it, but the reason why I'm not a fan of it is because I'm trying. You guys know me from this channel. If you've watched a little bit, I'm trying so hard. I'm trying so hard to get away from the horrible parasocial nightmare that comes with the internet. And it's because, I haven't talked about this part yet. It's because I have been stalked before. I have. You know, it's not on this channel. Thank God. But, you know, it's on other platforms, you know, other ways. And it has led to me basically just getting robbed. And I don't want to be taken advantage of. Again, it's not that I don't think it can't happen if I don't take precautions. I know it can still happen even if I'm taking the precautions for it to not happen. But yeah, I just personally, I don't feel comfortable with people falling too deep in love with me or anything around the internet involving me, you know, because I realize I am a very loving person, you know, and I don't want to throw the emotional baggage of that on basically anyone else besides maybe one person. But that's a maybe, because I don't even think I'm really have the I don't know, the emotional capacity to pair bond at this point. You know, I feel like I fucked myself with how many partners I've had, and it's not even that many. I really do like it's crazy how the internet has changed our perception of how many partners is too much, because I really do feel like, you know, over 10 and you're kind of fucked, man, guy or girl, real talk. But that's just me. I love very deeply. Okay, I find out a lot about you. I go deep, and that is why I'm very scared of the stalkers, because I'm basically a stalker, guys. Like, I'm not even gonna mince words with it, you know? Once I like get to know you a little bit, I kind of want to know everything, and then my brain doesn't stop. It's just like, well, we're gonna find it out, you know, we're gonna find out everything just because. I'm like, brain, please stop. It's like, well, we could just go a little bit deeper, you know what I'm saying? We could just delve a little bit deeper, no problem, no problem. I have to like literally physically like stop myself from developing new information or new hyperfixations. And I have, kind of, with this game. This game is now my hyperfixation. And you guys know I can fucking deep in the Dragon Quest. A little bit too deep, I would say. A little bit too fucking deep. But nevertheless, we're here. And we're doing our best to make the most of it. And on top of that, I do realize the pain that comes from me trying to sort of disconnect but connect in that same way. So yeah, February, I really did try my hardest to go ham into everyone that I felt deserved it. Everyone that I felt not deserved it, but everyone that I felt, you know, put effort into me. And that was a lot of people. That was a lot of people, man. It's like, holy shit, oh, so many people are putting effort into me, but it really doesn't matter, you know? And what that's the thing, man. You have to really realize what you're doing it for. Like, what is your true purpose? Like, why are you grinding so hard for? And for me, it used to be for my own understanding, but now it's not that. And now it's like accepting myself and also having the fun that I need to fucking have. Like exploring the world, because that's what I love doing in this game. And a lot of people don't treat MMOs like I treat MMOs. I love to use MMOs as a signifier for how I should live my real life. Because MMOs are real life, but a lot of people like to substitute them for real life and thus just grind crazy hard in the MMO for MMO. Grind super hard in the MMO to get power, so that they get recognized, so that they're somebody, you know, like, come on, man. It's so sad. It's so sad, you know? Like, you just have to realize that playing these games doesn't inherently make you better than anybody else, even if you play them well. You know, we're all just humans. Nobody is really better than anybody else. And if you are better than somebody else, then it's just how you were made and your parameters that you were given at birth. It has nothing to do with, you know, how strong your conviction into playing Dragon Quest is, how dedicated your hours are to playing whatever game it is, right? But yeah, that's what a lot of people grind in these MMOs for. I really don't, as you guys know. We're taking a long ass time with this playthrough. We are not rushing, okay? I know some people on the internet are even like, "Oh my gosh, you're going so fast," and they're like, I'm not, though, and I'm not trying to. And, you know, a lot of people love to see it as competition, and I know competition is healthy to a certain extent. But the reason why I don't really like it is because I compete on a different level, okay? You can't really beat me because I'm not playing your same game, buddy. Buddy boy. We're also going to jump into our other character here. We have Link. We have Beef. From Raina Chu's playthrough. She was a little angry, like I said, today. So I felt that. I felt that on an intrinsic level. And not gonna get into why, because that's her beef stew to get into, right? But nevertheless, what I want to get into is why we're doing this, the purpose behind it. It has to be pure so that when we have these bad days, it doesn't really, you know, I'm not gonna say like your feelings don't matter. You just gotta keep grinding, but you know, your feelings don't matter, and you just gotta keep grinding because no matter what the days are, if we just put in the effort, you know, to be there and show up authentically, you know, and just keep moving forward, then it doesn't really matter. And a lot of times you realize that your mood, your attitudes will change throughout the day. And this is the one thing that I really hate to say. I really hate to do, you know, because it's like, oh, he was wrong, he was a failure, or whatever, you know. But I tend to get wrong a lot. We'll just say that. I tend to be wrong all the damn time. Also, this is a little showcase of all the prizes for 10 Day. I'll probably do this every episode or so, just to show you guys what little costumes and stuff you can get. They do update this periodically as well. But yeah, back to what I was saying. I do believe friends are required along any process, you know, whether it's a super grind mindset or whatever. You know, I am in the lonely stage because I really didn't know how to have friends without sacrificing too much of myself. But now realizing that, you know, even if I don't really understand fully how to do it, I still need to connect with, you know, not a huge amount of people, but like someone, because it's really like for this entire month when I'm trying to like give so much to all these streamers and produce something for the community so that the community produces back for me. And it has, I'm not gonna say like it hasn't been working, right? Because I've still been, you know, in this channel and just being consistent with the shorts and just doing the live streams and having fun with the live streams and showing myself and my personality in the live streams. But there comes a certain level where it's just like you need somebody there to just distract you, to just expound upon stupid things, to just be there, right? And be a warm body. And I realize the closer you are with someone and the closer you are with, you know, your heart and your soul, you realize that whenever you're feeling good, somebody close to you is probably feeling pretty bad. And, you know, to solve that, obviously what we usually do is just, you know, we connect, we exchange energies, you know, and then suddenly, oh, we're good, right? But without friends, you know, without that natural like state of sitting in one stream and typing all the words that you need to type out or whatever, even though it's not an equivalent relationship. We'll be real here with the ways of communication. But it's necessary. And for the longest time during this, I was like, I don't need friends. I don't want friends. Friends are trash. Friends are not going to help me during this thing. They're just going to be distracting. They're just going to take me off my path, or they're going to try to mog me. They're going to try to be, you know, competitive. They'll try to stop you from doing what you need to do. But like-minded friends are a lot different, in my opinion. like-minded friends they'll just take you to a different place, right? And that's all we really need. We need the energy to morph us into something that we feel like we can work with. And doing this whole thing where I was like, I'm just grinding, I'm using the sword, I have to go live every day, and we have to gain subscribers, and boom, and like I said, I was winning, but like, at what cost? You know, I don't want to win like that. I want to win, you know, having fun and giving love to the people who need love, and just exploring and finding out what works and what doesn't, and just, you know, observing what's going on in the world. I realize, yeah, I need the very things that I rejected to do that. You know, I need the Discord, I need the Twitch. So, of course, we reactivated the Twitch. I unfollowed a lot. Holy shit, so many people, because it was just clogging up my shit. You know, I don't need to really follow anybody besides like the creators that I've basically showcased on here. But I did that, and I got Discord back, and I'll slowly add the servers that I had back, but I'm not regretting the decisions I made. They were not mistakes. I don't really make mistakes. You know, I make miscalculations, but I'm happy that I did what I did. I'm happy that I went the direction I went, because like I said, it wasn't a good account that I had before. I mean, like, maybe I could have changed it. Maybe I could have left the servers, but the disrespect needs like a button to it, you know? Like, you can't just fucking do that shit to me, okay? It does. And I'm not the type to just run up and be like, you are the no, I'm not. I don't like doing that. I don't. Maybe I will one day. Maybe I'll work up to that, but I don't feel like it's something that is really authentic to my soul. I feel like my soul is something that just wants to move through, you know, give love where it can, give peace and respect where it can. But most importantly, offer growth, offer a path out. Because I hope you realize that whenever somebody like spits vitriol at you or yells at you for doing something, it's usually somebody who's not doing anything with their life, and they don't know what to do with their fucking life. And it's sad. It's sad to me. I don't want to hurt somebody like that, okay? I want to help somebody like that. And so, yeah, I hope they found, you know, what finds them. But I needed to hurt them in some way. And I know just leaving and saying absolutely nothing and giving absolutely no explanation did damage. I know that. I know for a matter of fact it did that. I know. So, yeah, these are the dole boards too. I wanted to show off a couple of the dole boards that were displayed in there in the, what do you call it? Present tickets. The Dole bike is pretty cool, but I already have it. I want the Dole Racer though, and then if we move over here, the motorcycle prism is also really cool that I want. I have the Yerbia bike too. I think I might have the motorcycle prism actually, but I don't know. I don't know if I might be on the bazaar or not. Yeah. But yeah, the act of giving is something that I just intrinsically love to do. I feel like I have to do it at all times. It feels good. I don't. It doesn't feel good to take for me. And yeah, when you do that, I hope you realize that when you do that, when you openly, you know, anger somebody else purposely, you rage bait them, you indignantly state your stance. It's taking away their agency. And I don't like to do that. I like I said, I don't even tell you guys to do the stupid things like, oh, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give the like or whatever, because that's taking from you. That's taking your agency away. And that is the main thing that really causes the parasocial issues from people. It's like, and I will have to do this eventually because I'm going to make products for you guys. Now, even still, this is a parasocial flaw, but even still, I think it's okay personally because it's a physical thing that you can hold. Like if you want to know what's happening in the future, guys, once I move, I'm gonna start making t-shirts. They're gonna be handmade, and it'll just kind of be by like request and stuff. Because my I'm moving basically in my old yard from like as a kid, and my grandparents have a t-shirt machine, so you make some t-shirts. But yes, I really think that the commands, you know, because it's like you're watching this video. You made it this far into the video. You probably like me, right? If you do something for somebody you love, it automatically, like, it puts you in a state of like, oh my gosh, we're like together in this or whatever. And that parasocial nature of it, it does things to people, man. And it's not inherently a bad thing, but it's so easy for it to turn into one. And I don't really know how to combat it, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if there's a way to really stop it. Stop this wave, you know? But if there is, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it, okay? There are huge problems in the world that I feel like, you know, people just aren't caring to solve. And that's fucked, right? Ain't that a bitch, right? And we're gonna talk about them, man. We're gonna talk about them because I care. I care way too fucking much. I care way too fucking much. I am much like a lot of the streamers that I watch and I care about, like Frostbite VT. I really do view every single viewer that I see in chat and I read the name of or see a comment of. Like it's like real fucking person, you know. Every subscriber, all 156 of you guys. I really do view you as real people, and it scares me because I know if you're all real people, some of y'all motherfuckers are evil, you know. Some of y'all motherfuckers are absolutely demons, you know, and that's scary to me because like that reality is not going to leave me. And because of that, I have to treat this seriously. I have to talk about the problems that are really problems to maybe possibly, you know, maybe possibly convert some of you guys to the good side, if you will, the non-lost side, the awakened side, you know. Maybe, perhaps. I'm not saying you got to. Keep being evil. Be authentically evil. That's all I want for you guys. This is why I don't tell you, you know, explicitly, even though I am quite a good teacher, I teach myself a lot of things. I have a lot of concepts that I love to expound upon. I'm not telling you to do what I do. I'm not telling you to be how I am. I'm not telling you to explore the path that I have explored. Why? Because it fucking sucks. It's fucking trash over here, man. No, but honestly, it's hard. It's a hard life, and it's not for everybody. Certainly, right? Not even mincing words of that, you know. It's good coffee. But I know that there's value to be had along this path, and I want to share it without having you feel too attached to the value that is here. If that makes sense. And like I said, I've changed my opinion so many damn times, even in this very video. So who knows if that'll change? Who knows if I'll just become like a super crazy grind mindset, you know, buy my course for how to play Dragon Quest well, or what? I don't know. But whatever happens, man, I hope we continue to grow and evolve and change into the beings that we really want to be. Because I want to be better. I hope you want to be better. I want to be okay again. We are less okay, but we can get back to being okay, right? I think so. That's a good goal, right? I think that's a good goal. I like that goal. So that's about it. I really don't have too much else left for you guys today. I want to thank you all for sticking with me this long and far and wide along the YouTubes and stuff. Twitch is, like I said, coming back. I don't know if I want to go live with it like today, but I will upload this one today. I will. We'll do the music video. We'll do the thing, the shebang, the burka, and I'll have a good time. Let me go ahead and plug my charger in my laptop here. It's getting low. There we go. Yeah, because I love this game. I love creating, but I do love this game. It's probably one of my favorite games besides, you know, Dragon Quest VIII, which is what this is basically modeled off of. And I really cherish the space that I've made inside of it. You know, this weird mashup area of fashion and music and insights and, you know, just mental health and love. I do like it. I do like it. So I don't want it to leave. I'm very scared, man. I'm so scared Like I said, I've been stalked before. I've had people steal from me. People are still stealing from me. To this very day, using this very game. I'm scared, man. But I'm not going to stop. I thought about deleting the channel for a very long time and just kind of starting over. I don't want to. I might start another channel just so I have another avenue to create if it really comes down to that, because it's becoming a lot, just dealing with not only outside the game but inside the game. People are just like they're just like even in this episode alone, people just see, oh, it's Link, and then they have to like me and stuff like that or whatever. And I'm like, being seen is hard. Being social is hard. For me, I've never liked validation. I never have. It's not something that is ever going to be comfortable for me, I don't think, because like I said, I see all of you as real fucking people. You're not just a fucking dot on the screen. You're not just a fucking character, you know, on Dragon Quest 8 or 10 or whatever. Fuck. What game we're playing? Where's my medicine? You know, you're a real person with a real soul, and once again, that scares me because souls are easily corrupted nowadays. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining by. This is a Less Okay 10 Day, and I will see you next time.